But then like we sold Twitch, and I was kind of just as okay as before, not any better, not any worse. And I was kind of like, something's fucked up, like I should have be really happy.
Good morning. This is Geoffrey Woo. I am on beautiful Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, West Hollywood. So if you've been following me, I'm obsessed with performance and optimization, whether that's at the individual level, making myself and everyone else better versions of themselves, all the way to building out tech, venture capital systems that scale businesses, all the way to the civilizational and city scale. So I'm excited to take you through my day. I'm gonna be meeting up with Michael Brandt, the CEO of HVMN, where we make ketone IQ, ketone shots. We're gonna be hanging out with Justin Kan, the founder of Twitch, a billionaire tech VC and entrepreneur. And then at the end of the day, we're gonna take you through a multi-$100 million real estate portfolio that my family has built up over decades. Excited to take you guys through my day. What's up, Mike?
What's going on, bro? Ready to get some fun in the cold?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in the LA health and fitness scene, so show me the ropes. I know that our buddy Jonathan opened up this cool place, Remedy.
Yeah, Remedy Place, one of the nicest, they call it a social wellness club. So you get all the recovery, all the wellness. Yeah. It's very beautiful inside. They got a cold plunge.
I know for me, I sometimes feel like half of biohacking is so performative, where it's like hour meditation, ice plunge, do a gratitude journal. And I think sometimes that's like half honestly bullshit. Yeah. And the other half, it's like, well, I do like process, I do like routine. Yeah. Where does that sit with you?
Well, right now I'm training for Chicago Marathon, so I'm putting up 60, 70 miles a week, and I just have objective results I'm building towards. So to me, it's definitely not performative. Like, wake up every day, get in my workout, get some calories in right afterwards, and then I like to do a cold plunge as a follow-on to that.
All right, should we head in?
Yeah.
So I think there's almost no loss to be super transparent, because like your business is too small and people are gonna dunk on you. It's like, well.
Yeah, I think about that with like brands that I know or things I've invested in. It's like, if I have more month to month insight into what's happening and what they're struggling with, what their needs are, what their asks are, if they're asking for things regularly, I actually feel more connected. But I think there's a fallacy. And I wonder if this is even, maybe for women founders, is actually even harder. Is making asks feels like you're imposing on someone, but actually in a way it's bringing them into your process.
All right, we just did a fasted cold plunge to wake us up. We'll do a little breakfast now. We're at our homie Khalil's spot, Sun Life Organics.
We're big Khalil fans. This is actually our company.
I mean, there's just so much business to talk about, but I want to just go back to the start. I saw you handing out little business cards, hustling this pizza app that you're trying to do pizza delivery. It's like, doing dirty, grindy shit that no one wants to talk about or do.
Yeah.
Tell me, let's relive those moments.
Yeah, it's true. It's a full spectrum, blue collar to white collar. You got to be smooth on collecting investor checks. You got to know how to speak to the capital markets. You need to know how to run a board meeting. Yes, helps to have the pedigree. Yes, but you got to never lose sight of the blue collarness. And it's something cool that you've seen, even with Mark Zuckerberg, even to this day, because he started the damn thing. He's not afraid to just mortgage the whole thing and bet onto something new. Just full push into a new area. And I think it's that founder mindset of hey, this was a 0 and I made it into a 1, and then I scaled that 1 to a 10 or 100 or a million, billion, and I'm down to do that again. And you got to never lose sight of that.
No one is all highlights and no one is all lowlights. And you have to grind through the lowlights to have highlights.
Yeah, look, we're selling 10,000 of these a day, but I still keep multiple on me at all points. I got one in my fanny pack, I got more in my backpack, because you never know. That person on the street, make it 10,001. I want a new fan, and it's just never gonna die, because you never know. Maybe that's a normal person. Even if it's just a normal everyday person, I still actually want that 10,001.
Cool. It's so fun to catch up with Michael. He's one of my best friends. I've known him for basically half my life, so always get re-inspired by what he's working on, what he's building, and building it together. So we're now leaving WeHo on our way to Brentwood. I'm super excited to sit down with Justin Kan. You might have heard of him from Justin TV, which turned into Twitch, which was sold for $1 billion to Amazon. He has an investment firm, he has startups, he's got content. So I want to just trade notes in terms of how he responds to the question, how do you stay focused? How do you stay disciplined with all the different obligations you have? Hello, hello.
Yo, what's up?
It's been a long time, brother. Good to see you.
See you. Nice to see you.
Like, you did Justin TV. You're like, essentially, I mean, historically, were you like basically like the first streamer vlogger essentially? Because you had like a big ass camera on your head.
Yeah, I guess we were the first kind of like live streamer. We started our own show right when live streaming was just starting to be technically possible.
Yeah. As you, as like kind of like the father of the industry, in some sense, what do you make of this trend back to always on?
Social media happened, and obviously people, the fundamental insight of Justin TV, which was us streaming our lives to the internet 24/7, was people are interested in following other people.
Yeah.
They're fundamentally interested in what people are doing, and so that kind of gave rise to social media and Snapchat and Instagram stories and all these different ways that you could see a window into other people's lives.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I kind of went through a personal transformation. So before that, I was very obsessed with like, okay, I need to get all these external validators. I wanted to make a lot of money and be successful and, have people care about my opinion on things. But then like we sold Twitch and I, was kind of just as okay as before, not any better, not any worse. And I was kind of like, something's fucked up. Like I should be really happy. That's what I thought.
I would say like a lot of like the last generations of Asian American entrepreneurs are just very quiet, like not very vocal about things beyond like their purview of making more money and just doing business. Do you feel like there is like just a shift towards being more vocal, more out there in terms of our opinions and our ideas?
Yeah, I think part of it is culture. Obviously part of that is personality on a person by person basis, but part of it is culture. People, I think, maybe you and I are a little bit more acculturated in the culture of like, you're gonna say what you want to think and what you think. You're gonna say what you want to say. And for me, I always want to just speak my authentic truth and share that.
So if you had like an alpha or an edge, do you feel like the fact that you've fully self-conquered this need for external validation is your edge? Or like,
well, let me
what do you think
first
is your edge?
caveat it with saying, I don't know if it's fully conquered, and I'm not putting myself up there as like, oh, I've figured it all out. I'm just, everybody's on the journey and I'm on the journey. In terms of an edge, what I'm really good at is I'm really good at just getting started and getting people excited about building something. And it could be anything from a company to an art project or whatever. And I'm really good at telling a story about why that future with this thing or this project or whatever we're creating, when that exists, like it's gonna be good for everybody who's involved. But a lot of charisma is learned, actually, I think. And for me, it wasn't like actively learned like I studied it, but so there's this channel, YouTube channel I really like called Charisma on Command. And it's about the things, they take what celebrities do in interviews and stuff like that, and they deconstruct it into like different patterns, charisma patterns of different behaviors that are charismatic, that make people attracted to you, want to follow you, etc. And I like watching that. And I watched this channel and I'm like, oh, I do most of those things. And mostly it's like a learned behaviors over years of like just being in the position where I'm storytelling and getting people excited for things. And so, I think that's my superpower, and that's why I've been in the position like to be successful. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Amazing conversation with my boy, Justin Kan. We're heading to the heart of downtown Los Angeles. We're heading to the Arts District. We're gonna meet up with my brother, also a Justin Woo. Most of you guys know me from my tech, venture capital background, but actually, little known secret is that my family comes from a real estate background. So I know quite a bit about real estate, industrial, multifamily, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna sneak you guys behind the scenes of what it's like to run a large family-owned real estate portfolio. Excited to show you guys. Justin, Marco, what's up, guys? Like when we were growing up, this was a toy warehouse. This was actually a city street. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, we have 320 residential units on 250,000 square feet.
That's a big city lot. I think it's like 3 acres of lot size.
Yes.
Like, what is the vibe of downtown LA, Arts District? I know that it's, a few years ago, it was like literally top of Rolling Stone magazine, like one of the trendiest neighborhoods in the entire world. So what is the vibe here? I know we had like offers for this property for $200 million, right? Just all cash.
I think, the pandemic did hurt downtown, but especially in the last half year, you can really see the Arts District especially turning the corner.
Yeah, all those parking garages used to be right over there, like on Los Angeles Street, further down. They're all residential properties now, but those used to be empty parking lots. That's where all the kids used to go ride bikes. And
That was your hangout spot.
that was the playground, yeah. That was the playground back in the day. All those parking lots, now all residential properties. So I guess real estate just took over, and yeah, now.
Was it sketchy or shady, or is it just innocent and like fun?
To be honest, I mean, I think I grew up here 28 years, so I think back then what you thought, what was sketchy to most people was kind of normal to us.
So you were kind of part of that street life.
I was kind of part of just the outdoor kind of street life. You had Skid Row 2 blocks down, so I kind of grew up around that area.
It didn't faze you. It was just like, hey, this is my reality.
It didn't faze me as a kid. It definitely didn't faze me as a kid. But now looking back at it, you kind of think of running the streets of downtown and going to certain streets that some people probably would never go to now. But it was just normal back then.
I mean, this is like the thing that I think about a lot about just businesses and speed of execution. For tech and venture capital, things move very, very quickly, right? You can make a $1 billion company in like a couple years, right? That's very, very hard to do, but it's possible. But in real estate, right? Like literally this neighborhood takes 30 years, a generation to change. So to me, there's a symmetry in terms of the durability of a business model. If it takes you 30 years to build something, it'll likely take you 30 years to have that go away. If you make $1 billion in a year, easy come, likely easy go.
Thanks for showing us around. See you soon, brother.
Leaving Arts District, we're on our way to the City of Commerce, which is the industrial hub of Los Angeles City. All right, we are now here in the City of Commerce at the Mega Toys warehouse. This is empty right now, but like, what is typically in all of this space?
Yeah, stacked ceiling high full of product. We actually even do a bit of manufacturing.
I mean, one thing that I've realized is that for LA, industrial real estate is going through the roof because the trend towards warehousing and industrials, that there are more and more companies that need to have last minute mile delivery centers. Everyone has realized that LA, one of the largest populated centers in the country, and we have 500,000 square feet to store stuff and deliver stuff. So
Exactly.
it's pretty cool to see just the value of this thing just skyrocket. I know that like what brokers were trying to come and offer us like what, $100 million for this? Is that too cheap? Should we have sold that?
Yeah, I mean, industrial rents tripled in the last 5 years. They're not building any more of this type of product. Industrial is valuable, and it'll keep on being valuable. Just take reshoring American manufacturing. That's going to require a lot of industrial space.
That's actually a super interesting mega trend, right? Like more and more manufacturing, we outsource that to China abroad.
Right.
And now
If you want to take that back, it's going to require a lot of industrial warehousing.
I think a lot of people would say, hey, it's great, you're set, why are you working so hard? But for me, I take it as if my parents could come as immigrants to this country with nothing and build such an amazing business and provide me with a great foundation of education and values. If you and I don't build something amazing on top of all the resources that we're blessed with, it's not even a disappointment for our parents, or it's a disappointment for ourselves. Like, we should be taking risks, doing something amazing, just given how much we've seen and experienced just growing up in business, growing up in entrepreneurship, growing up in real estate, growing up in investing. All right, Justin, brother.
Having you. Yeah.
Yeah, good to hang out. I'll see you later tonight. We started today in West Hollywood on beautiful Sunset Boulevard, but we made our way over to Brentwood at Justin Kahn's place. Then we crossed the city again, into the heart of downtown Los Angeles and visits really cool neighborhoods and pockets, Arts District, Toy District, all that cool stuff. And then finally made it to the industrial heartland of Los Angeles, the city of commerce. And now I'm here in Venice Beach. When you think Los Angeles, you think Santa Monica, you think Venice Beach, iconic neighborhood, super beautiful. So I'm actually about to head into a friend's place to do a business call with Jake Paul to talk anti-fund business. So I'm gonna have to kick you guys out, top secret projects going on. But my closing thought for today is that just as the city is so diverse with different types of neighborhoods, we each as people have so many different facets of what we're all about. So my takeaway is that I encourage everyone to find each of your facets of your humanity and make them as awesome as possible. Get after it. I'll see you guys next time. Excited to take you guys along.